Hey, this is Chris Jericho, and you're listening to Awesome Pod, the only wrestling pod that I listen to. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's Awesome Pod. It's Darcy the Mail Girl, Shorty Taylor, and Brendan Petrizzo. Explaining Dynamite and Rampage, we are here.
And Mistress Harley.
How you doing, everyone? Welcome to the Awesome Pod. I am here today. Well, I'm Brendan, but you already know that. I am here today with my two wonderful hosts. We have Mistress Harley.
Woo!
It's giving. And we have Diana Prince,
What's
a.k.a.
up?
Darcy the Mail Girl.
How you guys doing?
So good.
We should mention
Alive.
Johnny's not here because yet again, one of us has plumbing issues.
It's going around now. So next week,
Apparently,
it's one of you two,
contagious.
and the week after, it's the other one.
Not it.
Not it.
But we are not like other wrestling podcasts, which I love about us. And we are talking about AEW Collision and the Battle of the Belts results from January 13th. Yes, we are. It was, I'm going to just say it was really good. The whole thing was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was in Norfolk, Virginia. Diana, you were there?
Yes, I was. Whoop whoop. Go to Norfolk.
How did it feel? How was the energy? How did it smell?
It smelled delicious. Actually, the crowd was really, really great. The signs were immediately what I noticed. There were so many really great signs and so many people just really happy to be there. I don't think it was sold out, but it was pretty packed.
It looked
Very good
packed.
crowd. Yeah. There was like a section behind me that was blocked off for like TV crew and stuff, but everything else was full.
It looked really full on TV, and it looked like the crowd was hot and ready, like wet and ready for it.
And they were so wet and so ready.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. And I'm just curious because I'm from, a few hours away from Norfolk, but how cold was it? Was it like absolutely frigid? Like, it's like these little things that I'm just curious about. Were you dying?
Going in, like a lot of people getting in, the turbulence was really bad because they were having a really bad storm. So it was really very windy and very rainy, like the first day, but then it just was cold and very windy. So it wasn't super comfy, but
Okay.
I've been in worse places. And I would like to say Adam Copeland was my plane mate. He was next to me during the turbulence. I'm like, I feel safe since Edge is here.
He was going to protect the whole plane from the
I
turbulence.
assume so. We were fine. He seemed smiling and happy. I'm like, all right. He's not worried.
That's cool, though. Did he read a book? Did he eat snacks? Like, what did he do on the plane?
Am I allowed to say what he did on the plane? He was going over AEW stuff. I'll say that.
Oh, okay. I was hoping that he eats something really weird on airplanes. Like he only eats pickled radish on airplanes or some kind of insider bit.
Well, now that you mention it, no, nothing weird too. He had a bag of nuts.
Ooh,
there you
Adam
go.
Copeland
Plain
and
nuts.
his nuts. A story you'll only hear on the AEW Awesome Podcast. So this episode, they started out so strong with the open challenge match. And speaking of Adam Copeland, it was Adam Copeland versus Lee Moriarty. And it was pretty squashy. At no point did I feel like Moriarty was going to win this match.
Absolutely true, but still fun regardless,
Oh yeah, there were a lot of fun spots, but I was just not worried about Adam Copeland. I was like, oh yeah, he's got this in the bag.
He was
I
very...
do think that's interesting.
Go for it, Brendan.
No, I was going to say, I do think it's interesting that there are some matches sometimes, like Harley was saying, where it's like, you could just tell within the first minute, you're just like, oh, this is how it's going to go. But it was still fun.
It was totally
I
fun.
find it fascinating.
And there was Shane Taylor, and there was even like a little distraction where you thought
Yeah.
Cope was going to get the pin, and then he was distracted. So they played with it, but I'm just saying, like, Copeland is a very strong competitor.
I feel like not one person watching was ever worried, but we still had fun with it.
Exactly. But after that, I was worried because we had the ROH World Six-Man Championship match with the Mogul Embassy and the Murder Hawk, Lance Archer, the Righteous. Like, it was so many meat in the ring. Did you hear the meat slapping around in the ring, Diana?
Oh my gosh, it was so meaty. Very meaty.
It was like a New York deli on a Saturday morning.
Woo! And it was full of suplexes, Samoan drops, boots. Like, the crowd seemed to like it. You still got it.
The crowd was chanting like crazy for Jake the Snake, which was awesome.
Yes! I mean, a legend, fucking Jake the Snake.
I'm actually surprised how many crowds where he's out there just kind of ignore him. I'm like, you guys noticed like Jake the Snake like wandering around, right? So this crowd like pretty much wouldn't let him be left alone. It was Jake the Snake pretty much the whole time.
Fuck yeah, and he punched Prince Nana right in the face.
Ooh, we love to see that.
I mean, I want to see that match. I want to see Jake the Snake Nana.
I wonder if they can, like, move that storyline along. I want to see that shit.
I mean, do it. You guys have built the heat, and I want to see it carry through. I want to see him try to teach Jake the Snake to dance, because I know Jake the Snake knows yoga from Diamond Dallas Page, so he could learn to dance. Why not?
That comes after their match, though. They have to fight it out first.
No,
then they can make up by dancing.
You're right.
We wrote the whole storyline for him. Come on, AEW. You got this.
Yeah, but ultimately it was Bishop Khan who used his like Samoan tattoo shoulder powers to pin Vincent for the victory and won for his side. But it was chaos. It was pandemonium, and I liked it. I like pandemonium.
Always here for chaos. It was a great, great match.
Yes. And immediately,
yeah.
Yes.
No, I was like, this was a really, really fun one.
It was so fun. There was a lot going on, and at any moment you felt like you were missing it. So it's worth the rewatch also.
Agreed. I feel like that when I'm watching in person, I feel like there is a lot that I miss when I go back and rewatch and see from all the angles, Plus the commentary. Commentary makes a big difference too. Like I rewatched some of the matches with commentary on later in my room, and it's like different perspective for sure.
Absolutely. And sometimes you love and hate the commentators. Like in old school wrestling, there was like Bobby the Brain Heenan, and he was like a commentator that everybody hated, and like they made him wear a weasel outfit. I love when everybody involved has character. That makes me more interested in the match because, like you said, many angles.
Agreed.
So immediately after the match, we get Prince Nana, and he starts doing like a promo, and he's like, the Bang Bang Gang wants more titles. And so ultimately he's like, Brian Cage and Gates of Agony challenging the guys in the Bang Bang Gang.
Oh yeah, I'm here for that. It was exciting.
Yes.
I like them both, honestly. So I think it's just going to be a super, super fun match. Is that coming up on Dynamite, do you know?
I do not know. I don't know if the challenge was accepted. Like Nana was like, we are coming, but sometimes you need that video package where like, we accept it. We will.
I could have sworn I thought they did that, but maybe not. Maybe it was just dreaming and hoping.
Maybe it's later in the show. We will find out as we progress together. Yes. Then we get another backstage promo where Lexi Nair is going to interview Preston Vance, but doesn't even get the chance because Roderick Strong and the Kingdom interrupt. And I don't know. It's like Roderick Strong has become like a bad child that just like is always barging into the room when he's not supposed to be there.
It's true. I don't know how to handle him like this. Like, I still love him. I get happy when he's out there, but I miss him being like the annoying ex-girlfriend more than the spoiled child.
He lost his gimmick, like Samson cutting his hair. He lost the neck brace. He's lost the gimmick. Like, grow a mustache or something. I don't know.
He had a mustache for a while, right? What happened? He shaved. That was his gimmick.
So, since you've lost the neck brace, Roderick Strong, you need like something more than just like, I'm always here when I'm not supposed to be. That's
that is his gimmick. Yes. It's me again.
Yes. But speaking of legends, we got a match with Dustin Rhodes and Willie Mack, both of who I like, but I like Dustin Rhodes from way back in the day when they were obviously trying to humiliate him and like make him wear a wig and cross dress and latex bodysuits. But I loved all of that shit. I was like, yes, more kinky weirdos in the ring, all of that. So
fucking agreed, yeah. And I do love both of them. Like, it was just both of them together was super fun. Got to go for Dustin for nostalgia because I think he's wrapping up. Like, he's retiring. You know, he's on his retirement run right now.
He's gonna do the Cher thing where it's like he's gonna be like, I'm retiring, and then a year later, all of a sudden he'll come out, introduce someone, maybe have a moment, and then all of a sudden a few months after that, the one night only return. You know, like he'll take a year off.
At the very least, we're getting less of him, so I appreciate whenever he's out there.
Agree. Siempre Gold Dust. And Willie Mack is talented. Like,
he's super fun, man. I love him.
For his size, he does stuff that you're like, a guy your size can't do that. And then he does. And it's impressive.
Are you familiar with Willie Mack, Brendan? Have you seen him before?
He's new. This is also what I find fascinating about AEW. It's like they'll bring in new people and it's like they'll just put him in there. It'll be like
they've definitely had Willie Mack here before, just not like on the reg.
Yeah, and Willie Mack is an indie legend. Like, I've seen him at so many promotions in Southern California, and he's always the guy. Like, oh, you got Willie Mack here tonight? Hey.
I'm surprised he's not officially signed with AEW, though. That'd be cool.
I wonder why he isn't. Willie Mack,
I wonder what's up with
that. The pod, tweet at us. Tell us what's up. We want more Willie.
We'll get it going for you. We'll go get the talks going.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But after that match where Dustin got the win, and it was like nostalgia win. Thank you, Tony. Bullet Club Gold was backstage, and that's when they accepted.
Sorry.
Yes, you skipped ahead, but that's when
I'm excited. I'm excited because I think that's coming up on Dynamite, and I'll be at that one, so I'm excited to see it in person.
Oh, exciting! What are you gonna write on you? Have you already decided?
I haven't, but it's my hometown, so I got to come up with something Charleston-y.
Oh, I know nothing about Charleston. I have no suggestions.
Ooh, I'll have to write the history of Charleston on my chest.
Wait, there was always a casino that they kept advertising back in DC when I was a kid, I think, and they were like, "Oh, Charleston casinos or something." That's all I know.
Charleston, no, hell no. Everything's fucking illegal in South Carolina. We didn't have any casinos.
I'm
maybe
aware
like
of
Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah, the Chew and the Dam.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
No, Charleston fucking, you couldn't even get tattoos until a couple of years ago. Like, everything's fucking illegal in South Carolina.
Boring town.
We had to, like, go to Savannah, which is across the border in Georgia, to get a tattoo.
Oh, my God.
I know.
A town where it's always boring and never Christmas.
Right. And, like, you can't buy alcohol on Sundays or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I don't know how much has changed since I lived there, but that's what it was like when I lived there. Part of why I left.
As a West Coast Cali girl, that all sounds like you were sentenced to hell.
But like when you grew up not knowing better, it's like, oh, this is just how life is. But then when you visit LA, you're like, hey.
I grew up in the West knowing freedom. Yeah. So after Bullet Club Gold, for some reason, they show us Hook arriving. They're just like, Hook is here.
Okay, so I think that is because of the little bit of controversy that was going on. Did y'all hear that with the TK on Twitter?
Oh, fill us in.
Okay,
tell us the tea, girl.
I'm not gonna get all the things, but Tony Khan was trending really hardcore because he made a statement. So if you go look at his page, you'll see it, and it has like thousands and thousands of replies, people wanting Tony to just like be fucking canceled because people were complaining that Hook had a championship shot when he hadn't like wrestled that much, I guess. People didn't think he had earned it. But then he compared it directly to WWE and said, well, your dude fucking hasn't earned this shit either. And people took just offense to his statement.
I did see that because he tweeted directly at Jinder Mahal and was like, well, and what has Jinder Mahal done?
Was it directly at him, though? I think it just mentioned his name, but then he got involved. And then like so many people were piling on. It just became such a big deal. But like, I think his point is like valid. I don't think it's that big a deal. People are asking me for my statement. I'm like, I don't know. It's a fine point, you know?
No, it was just a funny clapback. You know, Jinder Mahal retweeted who TF is Hook.
Yeah.
And it was just a funny clapback. Like,
but people didn't take it. They took it like Tony Khan and like fucking shit on God or something. Like they fucking took it so seriously and just were so mad at him. And I didn't think it was that big a deal. But anyway, I think that maybe making Hook look like a big deal, like, oh, he's coming into the ring or whatever, was part of that, like trying to make him look like Hook is somebody, which if you watch AEW, I feel like you think he is. It's just people that maybe aren't familiar with it who are just like, who the fuck is Hook, you know?
Well, in the world of gossip, if my name is in your mouth, you know who the fuck I am. So if anything,
there you go.
I think Tony won the round because what did he get? A WWE star retweeting about Hook. How many followers did Hook get? I get a lot of followers after I get some hate shit on Twitter. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I think people know who Hook is now. Thanks, Jinder.
And then you got a lot of people defending Hook. Like I saw FTR just write Hook is great or something and got like 5,000 likes. It's like, it was such a thing. And I feel like Hook probably didn't give a shit about any of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, though, because I did kind of forget about that in relation to, like, why are they just showing me that Hook is here? Okay, yeah.
It's like, oh, Hook, here. Give him respect.
Yeah, respect the Hook.
It kind of reminded me of when Brittany announced that Vegas residency she never did. And it was like, she's here. And nothing happened. And she walked into the car. It's like, cool.
Well, Hook ain't pulling that. Hook will be here.
No, Hook
will be here and deliver. Yeah. Hook is here, but like, let's. It reminded. I saw it. I was like, this is familiar. I've seen this before.
Yeah, well, Hook isn't the loose cannon that Brittany can be. But so after we get that, we get Renee Paquette interviewing Dustin Rhodes backstage after his match. And then Christian Cage interrupts. And then Dustin challenges Cage for the title on Dynamite. So we get more. We get more Dustin.
I'm fucking here for it. I did not know I needed a match between Dustin and Christian, but I am so excited about it. But I fucking died when Christian said, it just reminded him he had a dead dad again. Like, fucking hell, Christian, calm down.
It's so brutal. It's like, you know what I think? After WWE used Ric Flair's dead son as like part of story, now everybody's like, oh, we can use everyone's dead family members. And
I just feel like, do you remember when he first said it to Jack Perry about Luke Perry?
Yes, like we all out loud.
Died. Yes. And I think he's just like, oh, you guys like that? Yeah. Well, let me keep it going then. Everybody's got a dead dad, apparently.
Yeah.
He seeks them all out.
You guys, if we live long enough, we'll all have dead dads, right?
Christian will be coming for us then.
Shit. But so then our next match, Hangman Adam Page versus the Workhorsemen's DJ Drake with Anthony Henry on the outside. And Hangman won it with a pretty easy buckshot lariat and pinned him. I thought, like, there was a moonsault, there was a drop kick, but like, I mostly felt like DJ Drake was running for his life. Is that what it looked like in real life?
I can see that point of view now. It didn't feel like it at the time. It felt really fun, but I was just loving how much support Hangman had there. I think maybe it's his hometown because there's a whole bunch of like welcome home signs, and there's so much Hangman Page love in there, except for one dude who I saw flip over his sign and make a makeshift Hangman Page he didn't like him sign. It said cowboy shirt, and he thought that was hilarious, and he kept yelling, boo, Hangman Page cowboy shirt, like he got him with something. I'm like, all right, but everybody else was there for Hangman, so one dude didn't like him. What up?
I like guy who changes his mind and changes his sign at the last minute. Like,
Oh, but a cowboy shirt? How is that an insult? I didn't really get it. But
how
okay.
drunk is the guy? Like,
Good
on
point.
a scale of 1 to 10, how
That's
drunk
a good
was the
point.
guy?
I did not judge that. I just saw him hurriedly making his sign and thinking he had done something. And I'm like, that's your thing. All
what
right.
if he was trying to say hangman shit and spelled it wrong?
No, because he was emphasizing it. Like he was yelling,
Okay.
cowboy shirt. Ha ha ha. Like, okay. That's why I wouldn't even have noticed that his sign said shirt if he hadn't kept saying it. I'm like, oh, you're trying to be mean.
Your brain corrects it. Yeah.
All right. I thought he was just like hurriedly making a hangman support sign, but I was quite wrong. Anyway, that was my take on the match.
This is why they don't let me bring weapons into the ring. I'd be like, make a better sign.
He had the marker ready to go, man. He was on it. I got to remember that I can change my chest sign midway if something goes awry.
Yes, you bring one makeup wipe and one eyeliner, and you got it,
I think
girl.
I need to, especially when they did Collision and Battle of the Belts back to back. I could have had a different sign for both. I didn't have to have the same one.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm there, I will help you. I'll write whatever you want on your t-shirt.
Yay.
Anytime.
Hangman shirt guy has taught us something.
Yeah, thanks, Hangman shirt guy. So then we get the Virtuosa. Brendan, say her name for me. Deonna Purrazzo?
Purrazzo with or without the accent?
Do it correct.
Purrazzo.
Thank you. I'm a Californian.
Nailed it.
Yes. And so she had a match with Red Velvet, and she forced Red Velvet to tap out, which I think forcing someone to tap rather than pinning them, I like it more. I like that you made them hurt enough to give up.
I like it when you watch it, like when it's something you don't care about, it's fun. But when I see people I like tap out, then it breaks my heart. I'm like, how bad could it have been? Just keep going.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I will say there were some dudes sitting next to me that were screaming for Red Velvet. And then when Deonna walked by, they tried to be like nice to her, and she just blew them the fuck off because she heard all the Red Velvet chants. She was like, and put them in their place. I love that. Yes, so much respect for her after that.
Yeah. That's
they
like,
both.
That's like the boy at the high school dance that tells you you're ugly and then asks you to dance. You know what I mean?
Literally just like that. We're like, we want Red Velvet. We hate you. And then she comes by. It's like, hey, nah. Yes. Get to stepping.
Brendan, what was your feel?
No, I was like, again, I love women's wrestling, so I loved this, and their outfits were awesome. It reminded me a little bit of Glow, and I was like living for it.
Yes, I wish they continued Glow. That was such a good show about women's wrestling. And then they did Heels on Stars, which was a good show about wrestling. But like more wrestling TV shows, please.
Yeah, I feel like everyone liked Glow and it's just gone. Weird.
I feel like it was money and pandemic got it like all at once.
Yeah, but isn't it time for it to come back then?
Bring back Glow. Bring back Glow.
Bring back Glow.
That's what you can make a sign of.
Bring back Glow, like the actual Glow. Like that.
Oh, yes, do that too. I want all of it. But don't worry, Brendan. You were worried that like Brittany, Hook would show up and then shave his head and run away. But no, our next match was the Fuck the World champion Hook against Kevin Matthews. And of course, Hook won because he is showing everybody that he can pay his dues, right? He's showing everybody, like, look how good I am. This is not just because I'm up. Yeah, look, I might be Taz's son, but doesn't that mean I'm like genetically wired for wrestling?
Maybe? Agreed. I don't hold that against him at all. Like he grew up with this shit. You know what I mean? Like I'd say, if anything, maybe he takes it more seriously.
Yeah, sometimes growing up in the family business makes a great wrestler. I mean, never forget that The Rock is a Nepo baby and he's incredible.
I didn't know he was a Nepo baby.
Yeah, his father, Rocky Johnson, was a pro wrestler and a great one. Incredible pro wrestler. You should Google that, kids. Google.
Yeah,
we got to start. We have to start doing our wrestling lessons because there's so much people need to know.
Yeah,
you know, maybe we should do.
But then Brendan reminds us that we have to teach people things.
That's right. We have to remind them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
So now
that
you
blew my
know.
mind today.
Brendan, go on YouTube and watch some old Rocky Johnson matches. He was incredible. And, and like at the time, it was a different time of wrestling. It was like strong men in tight pants, but also fun, history. But we'll get right into the fact that Hook looked into the camera and he was like, Samoa Joe, I will fucking see you Wednesday. So, like, I just beat this man up. I'm coming for you, Samoa Joe.
Oh no, is it Wednesday already? That's when they're gonna do it?
Yes. Fuck yes.
That's too soon. I don't think that looks good for Hook, man.
You think he needs more time? He needs more time
I
to
feel like
practice?
just storyline wise, they wouldn't have just given it to Samoa Joe and give it to Hook. You know what I mean? That seems unlikely.
You're right. And real question, how do you train to wrestle Samoa Joe? Like, I would set up giant, like, 25-pound bags of flour and make, like, a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from the Ghostbusters and attack it. Like, just all day, every day. Like, what would you guys do? How would you train for this?
I wouldn't. I know I'm not beating Samoa Joe.
Yeah, okay, fair. Brendan?
But Hook could do the flower thing.
There's only one way to train for one of these, and it has to be done in an 80s montage.
Ah, yeah, you're
You're
right.
the best around.
No one's ever gonna keep you down. Yeah, you're never gonna get this on other podcasts, you guys. But the main event was the trios match: Daniel Garcia, FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood versus House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Malachi Black. Another meaty match. Mustaches, goth boys, suicide dives. The fans were chanting like crazy. Like, Diana, was it out of control in the stadium?
It was bonkers. It was so fun.
I saw one of your Instagram stories and it looked like those men were about to like crash over the barricade right.
Oh my God. Yeah. Sometimes it's scary being close. It's like a few people I've taken with me have gotten hurt. So, go at your own risk, but I'm here for that shit. I love it.
That's right. I'm like a cat. I'm always watching the velocity of the humans coming toward me, and I've already figured out my exit route if they're going to come at me. I already know where I'm going.
I remember one time I took my friend who had just had double knee surgery.
Oh.
And they had like the metal blockades like right in front of us. And I swear they like sawed us out. Like somebody knew something. Because they threw every fucking dude into the fucking barriers and just hit his knees over and over again. And he was just like dead by the end. I'm like, sorry.
Oh my God.
I didn't think about that.
I want to hear him talk to his doctor after that, where the doctor's like, what did you do? And he's like, well, there was like 500 pounds of dudes.
It was hilarious. I don't think they've ever thrown that many meaty dudes at us. I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's nuts. But
the
House
knees,
of Black,
though.
It was right in the knees, man. It was bad.
I've blown out both my knees, and I was like, oh my God.
But anyway, that's part of the joy of wrestling.
So avoid the front row if you've just had surgery.
Agreed. Perhaps we should have not done that.
House of Black won this one with Buddy Matthews really kind of getting the pin and also sacrificing his body the most, it seemed. But he curb stamped Dax. I'm calling him Hardwood forever now, and got the victory. So would not so hard now.
How do you guys feel about Daniel Garcia with FTR?
I like Daniel Garcia, but I don't know if he's got the mustache for it.
See, that's my thing. Like, I love Daniel Garcia, but him with FTR, I'm just not fully understanding it. But, I'm hoping they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm all for a little bit of controversy. So, sure. Let's see what happens with this,
Well,
it just seems like such an odd mix,
They're not getting married. Try it on. See if there's a little chemistry. Yeah. Do a rap battle. If it sucks, they can always move around the players later, right?
Definitely. And it's just definitely not something that would have been on my radar. But, more Daniel Garcia is always good.
Yeah, because they jumped into the ring with steel chairs after the match.
Yeah.
And I always love a good steel chairs after the bell. That's it's character.
Yeah, it's just how serious they are. They're so angry. We're still going to do it after the bell.
That's right. They're not just at work, damn it.
Exactly. It's personal.
Should we rate the episode before we do Battle of the Belts, or should we include it all together?
Let's do double rating at the end, and then
Okay.
our heroes can be from either one. Or like
Yes.
our awards can be from
Okay.
either. Cool?
Okay.
Okay, bet.
And I love Battle of the Belts. It means that every match has tension. Every match has stuff on the line. It's not just name calling anymore. And so our first match, we had the fucking Big Billy Starks versus Jericho and Sammy Guevara. New, fresh team, Jericho and Sammy. Ricky Starks got the pin on Sammy. But as far as I'm concerned, that means Jericho and Big Bill still have beef. Like, you did not defeat
let's
Jericho.
not gloss over how fucking amazing this match was. Like, this fucking street fight was insanity. Like,
It was a street fight.
It was a fucking street fight on the street. There were so many fucking just standout spots. Like, I can't even comprehend it all.
There were suplexes, like cars. I mean,
cars. They all the shit, like breaking that car when they threw Big Bill on it. That shit was real. Like, that fucking, they didn't like prep it or anything. That shit, they didn't know what was gonna happen. The car just exploded, basically, man.
It did.
And the copy machine.
Fire extinguisher,
the plunger, yeah,
the cone, the traffic cone. I never thought of a traffic cone as a weapon until I watched them use it, and I was like, yeah, that would hurt.
There's just it was
wild.
nonstop, and I'll tell you, like, a lot of people don't. Yes, of course, tables. A lot of people don't know that, like, Virginia has really fucking strict laws about you can't have blood in the ring, you can't be in the crowd. So they're like, oh great, we have a fucking street fight in Virginia. Like, how the fuck are we gonna do this? And they fucking rocked it. Even with all the laws against them, they figured it out and made it fucking amazing. So, like, fucking 5 billion stars for this match. It was great.
Yes.
Of course, not the ending I wanted, but no. I mean, Takeshita coming out, like, what a fucking shock. Did not see that. Fucking Hobbs fucking costing Sammy that shit when he jumped up was so fun. It was drop. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck, man.
It was so much. It was so much.
There's so much going on. It was crazy. And like in the ring, or like when we were there, like there's no pause. It's like we did not even realize something else had happened. It's just all of a sudden cut to the shit going on backstage, and we're like, are they fighting? Like, what's happening? And like everybody's got really quiet and really confused, but then we got really into it. It's like, all right, I guess they're just fucking doing this now. And the crowd was fucking bonkers. Like, I've seen some people online being like, oh, they piped in the crowd. Fuck no, they didn't. The crowd was fucking dying 2000%. That was real. The crowd was so hyped, and despite people trying to sabotage it, they were fucking very pro Jericho, which I was very happy to see. So all was right. Love this match. Amazing. Best match in any Battle of the Belts ever, in my opinion.
I mean, I love a street fight. I love kendo sticks. I love tables, ladders, and chairs. I love all the stuff, and they made sure to give it all to me. And I didn't know, Diana, that there were laws in Virginia that did not allow for certain kinds of wrestling.
Yeah, so those motherfuckers are strict.
Yeah, considering that, that's like extra level.
Like, you didn't miss it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, knowing that going in, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a tough street match. But they fucking made it work, and you didn't miss that shit at all. So
right, and and the guy whose car it was Rhett Titus, right? And he was outside, and he was like, "That's my
car." It was fucking adorable. I loved all of it. I mean, you get comedy, you get fucking badass wrestling. Like, just it's fucking wall to wall amazing. Loved it.
Yes, I agree. 10 for 10. Brendan, what did you think of this one? Was it your first street fight?
No, I want to say that I've seen a street fight before. I mean, listen. There are many things you can do with a traffic cone.
Brendan.
I'm always amazed.
All right then.
I'm not making this conversation dirty. You are. It's not me. There are many uses for it. You know, you can balance a plate on it, have dinner off of it. You can use it as decoration. You can use it for what it's used for.
I feel like that's not what you meant.
No, he totally meant butthole training. But what did you think of the match?
The match was wild. It was wild. It was giving. It gave production value, entertainment. It was wild.
Yes,
It was wild, and
exactly.
I want to see that live. That is
Yeah.
Oh
the
my
shit I
God.
want to see live.
Okay, so a lot of times when they do stuff like that, it's hard to watch live because they're just kind of everywhere and like, but they filmed it really good, so we didn't feel like we were missing anything there. So even live, it was really fun to watch.
It is true. Sometimes when you're in the Coliseum or when you're in the venue and stuff is happening backstage or in the parking lot and you see it on the Jumbotron, but you're also talking to people sitting next to you, like, are they out there? Are they out there right now?
It's like they'll be in different parts of the arena, so they can't focus on everybody at once. So you kind of don't know everything that's going on. But I didn't feel like we missed a fucking thing with this one. It was great.
Yeah, on TV, it was perfect. It was everything, like it was an all meat sandwich. It was awesome. But yeah,
I
obviously,
have to say, Billy, fucking, I see the name Big Billy Starks fucking stuck. Like people said that died as soon as they put it out there, but here we are still saying Big Billy Starks. Just saying.
no, it's perfect.
Ricky Starks was wearing a Purple Rain shirt. I'm like, that kind of, I don't know, makes them a little less scary, I think.
I feel that
it took them a little less serious.
It cheapens Prince, and I won't have it.
Agreed. There you go. There's just something like I don't approve of this, Ricky Starks.
No, fuck Ricky Starks. He sucks. But then we get the TBS Championship match with Julia Hart and Anna Jay. The Women's TBS Championship match. I am dressed giving Julia Hart. For those of you listening to the audio, we always post video on YouTube. So Julia Hart easily defeated Anna Jay. It's not that Anna Jay's bad, it's just that Julia Hart is good.
I agree. Brendan, how did you feel about Anna Jay versus Julia? Or are you
Oh my God, are you eating on the podcast, you bitch?
You can wait an hour, man.
No, I have these like chocolate covered cherries and they're right next to me and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I'm going to teach you to be a professional and I'm going to do it with pain.
I'm going to speak for him. It was giving.
Wait.
Oh my God. I loved both their outfits so much. It reminded me of like the Cher revival from 1975.
It's like when Beyonce and Britney fought in the ring at the Coliseum. Yeah.
They did that?
So they did. There's a Super Bowl commercial. Beyonce, Britney Spears, Pink, and I think Shakira was in there. No, I am just happy to see how far Julia Hart has come. Because I remember a year ago constantly being like, that girl needs to do something. She's just standing there. She's literally just standing there.
It's true. Really nice how fucking far she's come.
And she's talented and she's good. And she, I like her. I do kind of miss like possessed Julia Hart. Like that when she would stare. Like I do kind of miss that.
Oh, but see, when it was happening, you're like, why doesn't she talk?
Yeah.
You're just never happy.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, little nostalgia moment. I'm like, it was fun to watch her stand there and blow smoke in people's faces. Like,
one little cute thing she does is like she sings along with her entrance music. I think that's adorable.
It's cute. And I was a little skeptical at first because she is young, but if she's this good at her young age now, think about when she's got 10 years of experience and muscle behind her. She's going to be incredible. And that's not to put her down now. I like her now. I'm just like a wine. She's going to get better.
No, if she keeps like evolving at this rate, she's going to be a fucking all-time superstar,
Yes. So after that match, we get a little backstage cut with Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Sonya J. Dutt. And I don't know, they're having like a little scuffle, a short scuffle.
I feel like that might not have played in the arena.
Oh, okay.
So tell me about the scuffle.
Okay, so basically, Sonya J told them they all need to get on the same page, and Jeff told Jay he had to leave the team, and Satnam Singh entered and then offered food to Jay Lethal, but then Jay shoved it away.
Oh, and, yeah, I didn't see this shit at all.
That is rude. If someone brings you food, you take the food, and if you don't like it, you shove it in their face.
So was there anything? Do I need to go back and watch this for any reason? Was it
Not
interesting?
really. I mean, that's what happened. There wasn't
Okay.
a lot of nuance or eye sex or anything.
Is there anything? What was furthered by it? Just what was the point?
I guess maybe Jay Lethal is going to fight Satnam Singh, or Sonya J is going to fight Karen Jarrett, or maybe they will just have a food fight in the locker room.
I would love that food fight.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've got a good old fashioned food fight,
right?
Yeah,
I feel like Jeff Jarrett might be the one to do it too. I could see that shit.
And people love food. Like, again, the New Day got over by throwing pancakes into the crowd. Like, people love that shit. So
throw me a pancake, man.
Yeah. Pancake me, daddy ass. So the main event was the AEW International Championship match. Your freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy versus Preston Vance. And of course, Orange Cassidy did win. I saw it all over the internet. Everybody was like, Mistress Harley, do you think Orange Cassidy is good now? And I think Orange Cassidy is the whatever champion. So, he's whatever. He says he's whatever. I think he's whatever.
He is whatever.
Oh, yeah. She said it with the accent too. She's like, oh my God. He's like, whatever. Like, I can't.
He is so whatever.
These are shades of Valley Girl. For those of you who don't know shades of Valley Girl, there's like, whatever, like, fuck you. There is what Diana just did, which is you are sexy, whatever. And then there is
He's
like,
just fucking amazing. I can't believe you don't see that. He's just fucking so good, man.
I feel like if you tried to fuck Orange Cassidy, he'd like lick you once and stick it in, and that would be whatever. I just can't.
Sometimes that's all it takes if you're with the right person. Just saying.
Oh my God, no, honey. No.
I mean, trust. It's fine. There are times it's fine.
I want Orange Cassidy to be like cooler and better.
Cooler? He is like the definition of cool.
He wears sweatpants everywhere. He's like a guy.
He doesn't care. He's like, man, this is what I got. Who fucking cares? I'm gonna wear my shades at all times. I'm gonna just be cool. Just be chill.
What is the difference between the guy that looks exactly like that and is cool and the guy that looks exactly like that and is a douchebag? I want
your attitude, and Orange is fucking cool.
Brendan?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wait.
Silence. Okay, you get when people are listening to audio.
It's
like if you pause that long, they think something went wrong.
Silence is violence.
Or wait, for the people watching, hold up, do it again. I can do your thing and be like, touch the earbud. Yes, Diana. Yes, yes.
No, we're not doing that. He loves Orange Cassidy. That's what it boils down to. That's how I'm interpreting this.
He was fine.
We have decided for you.
He's fine.
Okay. Yeah, he's fine. He's whatever. So
yeah.
He deserves more respect from both of you guys.
I just whatever doesn't get a pop from me.
It just he doesn't like. He's fine. I'm not saying he's not talented and all. It's just like it's is he good? Yeah, he's good at what he does. But it's like,
then what more do you want? Fuck. He's fucking amazing at what he does.
I want a man to take his hands out of his fucking pockets when he speaks to me like a human being.
He only puts them in there when shit gets serious, man.
Because he's touching himself.
Do you see how many times like he tried to put his hands in his pockets last night? He couldn't get there, and you finally did. They're not always there. It's a power statement to put your hands in your pocket.
The guy in sweatpants who always has his hands in his pockets is touching himself and can't do anything without having his hands in his pants.
Cool. Rocket Orange Cassidy.
I will fight Orange Cassidy in the ring. So should we rate? What should we rate in? What should
I want to just say one thing real quick. Right after this ended, there was just a cute moment where FTR, Daniel Garcia, fucking Edge, everybody was out there and they did the Daniel Garcia dance. Orange Cassidy was out there. I recorded that and put it up on my Insta and Twitter, and I retweeted on our Awesome Pod page too, so you guys can see it. It's so cute, and Edge goes nuts, man. He was feeling himself with that little dance, so definitely worth checking out.
It was really cute, and I like Daniel Garcia's dance. I'm pro dance.
It's so fun, and they tend to do this at almost every AEW show. They leave you with some kind of feel-good moment at the end. So, like, don't leave when you think it's over. Stick around to the end because there's always some kind of little party thing happening.
Yes, I feel that way at every AEW show, where so often Tony Khan comes out and is like, "Thank you for coming to this thing that I love." And it's really
true.
sweet. It's really sweet.
I think maybe he does that every time. He's really sincere about it, and he's so excited.
I wish they showed that on TV more,
I
because
do
that's
too.
often the part that gets cut. And other guys like Vince McMahon made a name off of being like these like roided up rhino, horrible, like kiss my ass fucks. And Tony Khan is like, "Thank you for coming to my party."
And he's just like, his excitement is just so adorable. It's so amazing. I adore him. So I love someone that passionate about what they're doing.
Yes, agree. So what is our measurement?
Now we can rate.
Quantify.
I feel like it has to be something from the street match. There's so many things. You want pleasure. You want
traffic
cones.
Coffee machines.
You want
coffee
the
machines.
copies.
Yeah, broken coffee machines. That it's sad, but yeah.
Did that even happen?
No.
The coffee machine.
The coffee machine.
Yes.
I thought you were saying coffee, like drink.
No, but honestly, like that would be kind of fun.
For listeners, we are talking about the copy machine where you make copies of things. So
just in case you haven't seen that bit yet, go back and watch this match. But Jericho photocopied Ricky Stark's face and then held up the photocopy in front of his face and punched him through that. It was fucking hilarious. So I will absolutely take your broken copy machine rating system for this week.
Not only was that hilarious, I want a t-shirt that is like just the Ricky Stark's face copy.
Oh, I'm sure Pro Wrestling Tees already has it out.
Yes, it's humiliating, and I want it. Like, they don't make enough shirts against wrestlers. You can playfully, I don't actually want to hunt you down and hurt you at your house. I just want to wear a shirt that says, "I think you suck." So
I would buy that shirt too, actually.
Yeah. So Ricky Starks, get on that humiliation money.
Yeah, I mean, he'd still get the money, right? Love me, hate me, give me the money.
Yes. So broken copy machines is our quantifiable system for rating. I give it 5. It was good. There were belts. There were suplexes. There were trash cans. There were traffic cones. Like,
this
5.
is Battle of the Belts. You're giving 5?
Oh shit! We have to do both. Fuck.
We do. That's fine though. Battle of the Belts 5-star or 5 broken copy machines.
Yes. And I mean, it's so hard not to give like the episode 5 too, because it kind of felt like a package.
We'll give it 5 then, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I just feel generous today, so take it.
I will give Collision 4.5 broken copy machines, but agree with your 5 broken copy machines for Battle of the Belts. Which, by the way, I gotta say, I haven't loved all the Battle of the Belts. Sometimes they are disappointing. This was a really fucking great episode.
Brendan?
I'm actually going to give both 5 copy machines, but for the people who keep hearing coffee, I'll give y'all 5 bags of espresso. That way, we have.
Wow, we are generous tonight. And you know what?
It was fun.
The Ghost. The Ghost is gonna give 5 to both too.
Oh snap!
I just differentiated because I felt the shift. Like, Collision was cool, but it was like normal cool while we were there. But once Battle of the Belts started, bam, like all bets were off. It was so I have to note that there was a difference in the atmosphere there, So
I totally get that. And for me, it was just like someone served me a delicious like wrestling 3-course meal and I liked it all,
Love that.
Yeah. So awards.
All right. Who do you guys have for John Holmes' Biggest Dick of the Week award? I'm going to Takeshita, man. He came in and fucking bashed Jericho with the kendo stick. Fucking traitor ass bitch. He's my fucking enemy of the week, dick of the week, whatever. And I like you, Takeshita, but fuck you for that.
I agree. It was unnecessary interference.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can get behind that. But it's like I don't think we've ever given him the Dick of the Week award before.
Well, he hasn't earned it before. This is a fucking
Well,
dick
good
move.
for him. Good for him. There's a first time for everything.
Not against our boy. Fuck that.
No.
They were working their ass
No.
off, and he came in and ruined it. And then Hobbs, right back to back, fucking ruined that shit. Basically, it's the Don Callis family always causing fucking trouble.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to agree with you, Diana, but I want to say the whole Don Callis family, because they're always
Dicks
where
of
they
the
shouldn't
week.
be. Yes. Like, don't you have something to do, Don Callis family? Why
Right?
do they have such a hate on for people they're not even in a match with, you know?
I think, okay, so I feel like it was the whole Jericho storyline when Don wanted him to come there and he said no. So instant hate there. And then Sammy had said yes. And then now Sammy's not there. So of course, you know, they're going to go sabotage this shit. So good for them, I guess, because they got what they wanted.
Fuckers.
Fuckers. Take your fucking dick award and enjoy it.
Okay, but honorary Dick Award for Jake the Snake knocking out Prince Nana in one punch. It was like a one punch KO.
But the good kind of dick for that one.
Yeah, no, honorary. Like, we're going to send you a small plaque.
All right, on
that.
a happier note, who is the Dewey Riley hero of the week?
I want to say Dustin Rhodes. He was in 2 matches, and I enjoyed him both times. I was like, oh, Dustin is here, and look at him. He still got it.
You still got it.
Bum, 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 bum.
Brendan, who you got? Because I got to think more.
I was gonna say Julia Hart, just because I've been so impressed with how she's growing, and I've really enjoyed this journey with her.
Like, you're her therapist. Like, does she call you?
I think that this journey that we've all been going through with her for the past year, I'm very proud of her accomplishments. She's been doing well. Yeah, very well.
Good.
That does sound therapist-like.
A pat on the back from Brendan for Julia Hart.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I have no choice. I have to go with. There's a lot of heroic moves, but I have to go with Chris because he just had such a tough, week or two, and to come out there, fight, not worry about what people say, and just put on a fucking amazing match, not knowing how the crowd's gonna react over nothing of your own doing, nothing your own fault. It's fucking scary, and he went out there and fucking rocked it. So he's my fucking hero this week.
It's a good reason because this job, the wrestling job, being in the public eye in any way is hard. It doesn't matter what you do. Half of people hate you for some imperceivable reason. Like, they just don't like you. And to be the kind of performer that has to be in the same room as all the people writing angry tweets about you and still perform and be smooth about it, that's hard. That's harder than I think people think about, really.
Agree. I think people think these are just like, characters, but these are real people behind it. And they get fucking hurt by this shit. And that, I tell you, that was not easy for him to do. And he fucking killed it. So, my fucking hero. And secondary, like, hero of the week to the crowd because they were just fucking so fun and so amazing and so happy to be there. So, yay. Love a good crowd.
Good crowd. So, this is not a fuck the fans week.
No, go fans.
Yes.
Love it when we don't have to shit talk the fans.
It is nice. What a nice change.
All right, y'all. Who is your Freddy versus Jason match or showdown of the week? Spoiler. Yes. Street fight.
Street fight.
Brendan. Street
Y'all
fight.
said it.
Street fight.
The street fight. I mean, is this even a question? We didn't even need to ask. Like,
I know. How can you beat that? Come on. That's fucking bonkers.
It was good. It was a show. It was like.
Agreed.
Delicious.
And so, the Ric Flair fashion icon of the week.
I gotta go with Julia Hart. She always has a cool hat. She always does a red-black color scheme, which I appreciate as a red-black color scheme bitch. And she represents the undead and the goths who will never die. We live in your hearts.
Brendan.
Diana.
I didn't feel really strongly about anyone's outfits this week, so I will also give it to Julia Hart because I noticed all the women were had amazing outfits, but there wasn't one that stood out more than the other. And Julia Hart just always looks amazing. So go ahead, you can have it, Julia. That's cool.
Yeah.
I
Honorary
want to
mention to
give it.
Harley for her send-up of it.
Woo!
I want to give my fake Italian cousin, the Wardrobe of the Week award. Because
Yes,
her style was giving glow.
I will take that for sure.
absolutely. So, do we have anything we are promoting this week?
For me, it's just come to Charleston, man. Come see the show. I'll also be on the Jericho cruise later this month. So if you're going,
Woo!
come say hi,
Woo!
awesome people.
Yay, awesome people. Brendan, what are you promoting?
At the moment, nothing really, but I have a short film that I produced that's out. It's called The Night That Jane Went Insane. It's quite good.
Where can we watch that, Brendan?
YouTube, Vimeo. Bits and pieces are on TikTok.
Excellent. And everybody who knows can project YouTube from their phone to their TV. So that's the same as TV.
Yeah.
And I am Mistress Harley, dominatrix extraordinaire. I'm also a rapper, an author, a journalist, a librarian. I do all kinds of terrible things to men. Just Google that. Don't do it at work, though. MistressHarley.com.
We gotta hear some of your rap at some point.
Yeah, that's why I like the acclaim, because Mistress Harley is my name. Everybody knows I'm not insane, but I'm gonna get inside your brain. That was a little freestyle, bitches.
Love it. Yeah.
So when are you putting out new music?
I do music all the time. I'm constantly working on it. Right now, I have it's an album I'm working on about superheroes and why they're really little sissy bitches. Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
We're
remember that
excited for that.
time Lois Lane left Superman for Lex Luthor because money is better than super sex? Yeah, it's all about that shit.
That is interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, content you will not get on other wrestling podcasts, but tweet at us, hashtag us. We are the Awesome Pod.
Yay.
Yay.
Namaste.
Namaste,
AEW.
No, Harley, you almost had it.
Bitch, I do it to hurt you.
AEW. It does. It hurts my soul, man.
I know. Namaste, AEW.
Yay. Namaste, AEW.
Yay.